Okay, so we are playing a very commonly acknowledged game called Giraffe, Duck, Scissors.
What's up, girl? Let's change the world. Raise our voices, let's get ours. Innovation in our hands. STEM queens take a stand.
Welcome back to episode 6 of
What's up, girl?
And we are here with Marifer Sagastume, who is a... What are you? All right, why don't we start with that? You are a maker and manufacturing extraordinaire. I mean, just like this is where she lives and breathes. And then you are our head princess at Reinvented and an engineering designer currently working towards your PhD.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have had the immense pleasure of getting to know you quite well over the past couple years with Reinvented. And then when I was coming up with these questions, I learned a million and one things new about you. And so I'm like, I don't know where this interview is going to go. It's going to be great, but I figured we should maybe start from the very beginning. So you were born and raised in Panama,
Yes.
and then you came here for school. Why don't you tell me about that?
Yeah, so I moved to Florida 10 years ago, and I was an 18-year-old in Panama figuring out what to do next. I was in med school actually before I decided to apply to study abroad. And I was in my first semester of med school, but at the same time I knew that I wanted to do more. I wanted to apply this technology into the medical field, and I wanted to learn more about engineering and hands-on type of careers. And I applied for a scholarship to study outside of Panama, and that's what got me here.
That's crazy. Okay, so I want to go back to med school because to me, I grew up and I'm like, I immediately knew I can't do med school. Like, nope, I'm done, I'm out. So did you have any of that? Like, was that a factor?
I had that
like, you had
experience.
known that you wanted to do bio, like your
So
whole
I always knew I wanted to do science, and I really enjoy all my biology classes, physics, math, and I always enjoy helping people. So that's why I was like, maybe my call is to be a
yeah,
doctor.
because those go
right?
together. Yeah.
But when I was in med school, I realized a lot of the the things you have to go through. When I went to the morgue for the first time and I saw some dead bodies there, it was a lot. And for me, it's like, maybe this is not the place for me. I wanna be able to apply like this cool engineering and technology into medicine, right? It's applicable in a lot of fields. So I felt like I could be in a better place to get my education, and also probably not have to deal with dead bodies.
Yeah,
So-
I mean that's a pro. I feel like, and like, no shame to the people who deal with dead bodies on the daily, but the less dead bodies in your
You can
profession,
see
usually the better.
Well, I mean, challenging myself has always been something, I've always started to challenge myself. And for me, education has always been so powerful and so impactful and so important to promote it that myself, I want to also be as educated as possible.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of motivated me to say, yeah, I want to have a career that it's impactful. It has, a lot of not only recognition, but you get to help a lot of people in the process.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. So I love that first off, and I'm a big fan of just the like dream big.
yeah,
And
dream big.
I mean, I had parents who like right from the start were telling me like reach for the stars and beyond, and so I did. But so many people don't have that influence, and I'm always so curious how like what their push was to like reach for their own set of the stars. And so I think that's really cool. And you kind of continued pursuing that when you realized, okay, medical school is not really my thing, and then you wanted to do biomedical engineering, and you, being the overachiever that you are and that we love, you went and also got a dual degree in STEM education at Florida Tech.
Correct.
So yeah, talk about that.
Yeah, so when I was starting my engineering degree, I realized I could do more than one degree at a time. And like you said, going for this other degree made a lot of sense to me because education was also another area that I was really passionate about.
Yeah.
Not only getting all the technical knowledge, but also being able to share that knowledge. And what a better way to do it than to teach it to other people.
Yeah.
And I got my K through 12 certification pretty much, so I can teach K through 12.
So you are pretty active within kind of like the making space. which is kind of how this channel was founded. And we all saw, like, we met Zyla in episode 1 and how she really embraced the idea of making and brought that to this channel originally. And you are kind of, you know, your own maker, doing all this really cool stuff and actually like doing it like professionally, which is super fun. And you are also hosting and coordinating the Palm Bay Maker Fair.
Yes.
So what is it like taking your love for making and kind of this passion and all this stuff, like kind of you build out in this room, this whole building, and then also running an event that's just dedicated to making?
Well, yeah, it's crazy that I could bring this to my town, my community, because I've always seen these events as, wow, the huge events that only happen in big cities. But I found here a community of people, like-minded people that also want to showcase all the things they make. And not only the engineers, but also like people in the community that work out of their garage doing these cool crafts. I found that there was also a community and also a need for them to be showcased.
Yeah. Okay, so I think the last thing I really want to talk about is your PhD,
Yes.
which I feel like I'm just like casually mentioning now, like just this add-on to everything that we've already talked about. You're also just casually pursuing your PhD, and it's not even like you're pursuing it on the side. You just won like a ginormous grant for your work, which is incredible, and it's in human-centered design.
Yes.
So what is human-centered design?
Okay. So, well, the easiest way to explain it is like just a methodology that you can apply to pretty much anything, any problem you're trying to solve, or any industry. But the focus of it is that it has to be centered on the user or the person that is benefiting from your service, product, or whatever it is that you're solving. You need to really connect with your users, empathize with them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it like a psychology?
It's more of a psychology component because you need to get on those person's shoes. Like if I'm gonna be the one using this equipment, for example, I need to experience it. Also, I need to interview people experiencing it, gather as much information before I build anything. And that could be for a product or a service. In my case, I'm applying it into education. So how can we become more human-centered when we're educating? Because we know we have a lot of, different learning styles and preferred methods of teaching, but also of learning. And that combines a little bit while learning STEM education, how we can make those programs more personalized to have the best outcomes.
Okay, so what is the actual research project that you're working on?
Yeah, so my doctoral research project is actually funded by the National Science Foundation and is to provide an experiential learning opportunity for an underserved community, but in the areas of manufacturing and electronics, which is what we have here in this facility. My target audience for this program is youth who are aging out of foster care. So when you're aging out of foster care, you're trying to figure out really what you're gonna do next. Is if you haven't been adopted, and you don't have like a program that you're in already accepted, you have to continue, engaging in some type of certification or education to continue receiving support from foster care. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this group of participants or young adults, and we're gonna give them workshops and training on manufacturing and electronics, but also place them in companies where they can gain hands-on experiences.
That's awesome.
But again, we're doing this really personalized to them. How we can make this be as impactful and beneficial for you, for your career path. I'm very excited for it, and it's gonna be happening right here where I work. So I'm gonna have very lucky to be able to combine that with my work as well.
Yeah. So we're here at Vertex Applied Innovation Hub, and there are like 1,000,001 things that we actually could do today, but what did you think?
Well, I think today we're gonna learn how to program your own microbit for a rock, paper, scissors game.
Ooh,
are you ready?
And then I get to be competitive again?
And then, yes, you get
kick
to
your
play.
butt?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so we are gonna play with some microbits now, and when I say play, I mean I am still a highly competitive person, and we're gonna be coding a rock, paper, scissors challenge and competing for that very, very highly coveted Lego trophy, which I'm going to win this.
Okay.
It's happening.
Sure. I believe in you. I believe in.
Okay.
Yeah,
but in order to do that, you need to actually teach me what we're doing here. So I'll let you get started.
Okay. All right. We're gonna program a microbit, which is like a little computer we have here.
This guy.
And we're gonna go through a very easy code. It's just block code, so we're pretty much picking and dragging the parts of the code that we're gonna put together for this game.
So real quick, why don't we go through what we did? So we are pretty much saying we're waiting for the microbit to acknowledge that one of us is shaking it. Once we shake it, it's going to pick a number between the 0 and 2. And then based on that number, it's going to go through this if statement. So if that number is 0, we'll see a giraffe pop up on the LED screen right here. If that number is 1, we'll see a duck pop up on the screen. And if it's neither 0 or 1, we know that that means it's 2, and then we get our very traditional scissors pop up on the screen. What if I want to pick something else?
You can.
I really want our rock to be a giraffe. There's too many options. This is the problem. All right, we'll do a duck. Okay, but there is like actually scissors, so maybe we should
keep with that.
Yeah. Okay, so we are playing a very commonly acknowledged game called Giraffe Duck Scissors. So we have finally agreed that giraffe beats scissors, scissors beats duck, and then duck beats giraffe.
Okay.
Ready?
Rock, paper,
No, it's giraffe,
duck, giraffe, scissors, shoot! Scissors!
No, wait.
Duck, so 1 point for me. Because scissors beats
Duck.
duck. Okay,
All right,
ready?
All right.
Duck, giraffe, scissors, shoot!
I have scissors.
Duck. No,
You're
it's giraffe.
giraffe.
So giraffe beats scissors, so I win again.
Duck, giraffe, scissors, shoot.
Duck.
I have scissors.
Scissors
Scissors beats duck.
Duck.
Well, duck,
Giraffe,
giraffe, scissors, shoot. I have a giraffe.
I have a duck. Duck.
No!
Duck beats
You
giraffe.
officially win. All right. So I think this rightfully belongs to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for teaching me
welcome.
how to code my very own duck, giraffe, scissors, or if you want to
you
be a
wanna
little
make
bit
it.
more traditional, rock, paper, scissors game on a microbit. Marifer, thank you so much for inviting us into your workplace today, for purely existing on this planet and being the greatest human being I've ever met, and for just sharing all your stories. Like I said, I've known you for quite a long time, and I have learned so much about you in just like this little bit that, you know,
Yeah, there's always something to
never knew
learn. Yeah.
before, which is crazy. So thank you so much, and please like, comment, subscribe to our channel, make sure you get those notifications so that you can make sure you're tuned in for our next episode of
What's up, girl?